Hello and welcome to another Formula 1 related video. Today it's time to discuss day 2 or Saturday of the 2025 Japanese Grand Prix. We had FP3 and qualifying today and they were quite interesting. FP3 brought some again grass fire related red flags, and we saw that McLaren and Russell were the main contenders. And then came qualifying. Q1 was a little bit unrepresentative. I think, at least in the top half, maybe McLaren breaking off will be a little bit representative. But yeah, for example, Stroll got last. Something that actually surprising, saying that the driver which is probably the most elite driver on the grid has somehow got points in both of the uh, starting two races of the season, and now it, he was also joined in the drop zone by the two Zaubers, I think, Duan and Ocon. Ocon, by the way, got qualified by Berman, which finished qualifying 10th. Sainz impeded Hamilton, and from 12th he went down to 15th in the starting order, 12th in qualifying. That promotes Yuki Tsunoda to 14th and Dawson to 13th. I forgot to say, Tsunoda, this guy in the picture, really looked the closest, as I said yesterday, the closest to Max since Perez, like, not even in the beginning of last year, since like 2022. But and he looked that way in Q1, and in Q2, I don't know what happened. He just went last. He was even not qualified by Lawson, who of course got demoted from Red Bull after only two races. Fortuna to get his seat there. Both, of course, were out qualified by Hajar, who qualified amazing 7th, out qualifying Hamilton. This man, Hajar, I think, at least the racing bulls, is pulling the results. He might not have a point like Tsunoda, but Tsunoda was lucky to have that point in the Chinese sprint. That 3 points, actually. But, yeah, man, I think Hajar should get a Red Bull seat. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow, one thing for sure, for the first time this season, Hajar isn't the best qualifying rookie because Anthony beat him to 6th. Anthony, his best qualifying to date in Formula 1, of course, is only 4th try, including the sprint in China. So, yes, I believe as a Mercedes fan that he's actually progressing. That's really good to see. Russell is a bit disappointing, starting 5th when, of course, he had a pace to they won't get to 4th start to maybe challenge for pole. The McLarens looked really fast today, but of course, Verstappen in the 4th fastest car somehow got pole in his fashion. Albon got into Q3, I think, which is very no, not yeah, he didn't get, but anyways, Albon once again performed better than Sainz. That's something that you really want to see. Alpines were quite there. Of course, Gasly because don't got to meet in Q1, but yeah, Ferraris were around. I don't know how Leclerc beat Russell to 4th, but Hamilton that seemed to be having the same grip. I mean, of course, I'm a Mercedes fan, I don't say this, but statistically, even with the car, even if he hadn't got disqualified in China, even if he had won the sprint, I think it should be better for him to have remained at Mercedes. Though it does bring a chance for a new youngster here, and course, Antonelli is performing better and better every race, and we'll see next. So, tomorrow we have Verstappen on pole. Interesting enough, just to say that in 2025, fourth consecutive pole circuit lap record. Also, trying to get his fourth. Um, Consecutive win in Suzuka, and I think the fact that I don't know, maybe the fact that I put him in F1 predict to win the race since like I don't know Thursday. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, the idea is that I've predicted many things happening before, and if this is right again, it will be very interesting. Um, yeah, rain might be there. There's 40% chance. If you think rain, it can be those grass fires, which that how I've seen this their rate so far this weekend. There could be like 3-4 stoppages, red flags in the race, and plus if it rains, then we're gonna have pure chaos. And remember, this is Antonelli's last chance to break Verstappen's record of being the youngest Formula One winner ever. And what better way for Verstappen to defend that record? In normal conditions without rain, I don't think M20 will be challenging for the win anyway. Paid, but or maybe something goes wrong with the red flags, anyways. But normally he won't. But if it rains, he jumped from 16th to 4th in Melbourne. It rained. He might have a chance. Now, if I predict this right, it'll be very interesting. But it'll be very interesting also to see if Verstappen and Anthony get first and second in the race tomorrow when they're battling for the lead. Will there be a little bit of defending for Max just to maintain that record? Because being the youngest ever in Formula One ever, Verstappen doesn't want his records to be beaten. We'll see. Yeah. Thank you for watching, I guess. And goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.